And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EWA Universe Mode, Episode 1 Part 2. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Chris Jericho versus Daniel Bryan. These two have fought each other before here in EWA. And this one's going to be another classic. Both men are submission type wrestlers. Chris Jericho with the Walls of Jericho and Daniel Bryan with the Yes Lock or the No Lock or the Label Lock, whatever he calls it now. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes Mr. Yeselmania, the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. And ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Bryan, a fan favorite here in the EWA, and rightfully so. Daniel Bryan is a great competitor. Every match Daniel Bryan is in, he makes his opponent look good, he makes himself look good. The moves he hits are just phenomenal. But ladies and gentlemen, don't count Daniel Bryan out. Even though he is small, he can fight, and when he gets you in that Yes Lock, it's pretty much over. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Wwe2k14, Chris Jericho. And look at the determination on Chris Jericho's face. Chris Jericho is pumped up tonight. Chris Jericho is feeling the energy of the crowd here. Chris Jericho is one hell of a wrestler, ladies and gentlemen. He's been in so many memorable matches over his career. Now, tonight, he takes on Daniel Bryan, and in what I'm sure will be a classic match to see. Chris Jericho, very pumped up here. Shaking the ropes, tribute to the Ultimate Warrior. And we're getting ready for this contest between Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan. And ladies and gentlemen, the bell has rung, and here we go. Jericho versus Bryan. And Bryan, Irish whip into the corner. Daniel Bryan with a drop kick. And Chris Jericho stunned there for a minute. Now Daniel Bryan's got the headlock. Another Irish whip into the corner. And now Daniel Bryan, Irish whip to the other corner. What could Daniel Bryan be looking for here? Going for another drop kick. Jericho moves. Arm drag by Bryan. Very smart move there. And now Jericho's up. And Daniel Bryan, look at Daniel Bryan slamming Jericho down. And another drop kick by Bryan. But Chris Jericho getting out of it there. And now Chris Jericho in control. But Daniel Bryan takes him over, the snap near takeover. And now Daniel Bryan from behind, going for a German suplex. You have to have a lot of strength to hit a German suplex like that. And now Chris Jericho in control. But Daniel Bryan once again stopping Chris Jericho from getting any offense with a jawbreaker. And now Chris Jericho kick to the stomach and the Ric Flair-like chop. Oh, but Daniel Bryan countering it. And now Daniel Bryan going for a suplex. Beautiful move by Daniel Bryan. And what's Daniel Bryan going to do now? Chris Jericho pushing Daniel Bryan away, telling him to get away. And now the kicks back and forth between these two guys. Now Chris Jericho's got the arm. Oh man. Smart move by Jericho. You take out the arm, you take out the Yes Lock. And now Jericho, a vicious backbreaker on Daniel Bryan. Now Chris Jericho starting to build some offense. Look at that. Chris Jericho slammed him right down. Veteran move by Jericho. And now Bryan's got the headlock. And look at Bryan. Backbreaker on Jericho. Is he trying to mock what Chris Jericho just did? And an arm drag. And now Chris Jericho getting angry at Daniel Bryan for just mocking him there. And now Bryan in control again. But Jericho's slamming him down. And Jericho's not going to have it. And now the shot to the face of Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan counters with another headlock. And another backbreaker to Jericho. And Jericho getting up. Jericho taking down Daniel Bryan. And now Jericho from behind. Oh my God. Backbreaker again by Jericho. And now Jericho. Drop kick to the face. That was just nasty. And now Jericho. Headlock. Daniel Bryan counters. And now stomping on the arm. Trying to do what Chris Jericho did earlier. Saying, you want to take out my arm, I'll take out yours. And now, what is Jericho doing here? Jericho running off the ropes and... Oh my God! Daniel Bryan drop kick to the outside. And that's very thin padding out there, ladies and gentlemen. Especially when you're landing right on your back like that. Where's Daniel Bryan going? Daniel Bryan trying to psych Jericho out by running to the other side of the ring. And now they're on the outside. But this isn't no disqualifications. Oh God, Jericho sent over the steps. Oh my God, did you see the impact? These two are brawling on the outside now. And now Jericho's got Bryan on the outside. Bryan with the kick to the gut. And now Jericho trying to do something again. And Bryan throws him back in the ring. And Daniel Bryan getting back in the ring. Breaking the count. Daniel Bryan with an enziguri on Jericho. Did you hear that shot? Oh my God. Oh, Daniel Bryan, a stomp on the arm. That could have broke his arm. And Chris Jericho back up now. Daniel Bryan running elbow. Beautiful move. But Chris Jericho getting back up again. And Chris Jericho kick to the gut of Daniel Bryan. Oh, Daniel Bryan kick. Oh, and Chris Jericho counter. Nice move with a drop toe hold. And now Jericho's got Bryan. What is Jericho going to do? Throwing Bryan down. Kick to the back. That was a vicious kick. And now going for the drop kick there, and Bryan countered it. Now Bryan with the shot in on Jericho. Jericho with the enziguri of his own. Now it's Jericho mocking what Bryan did. And now Jericho might be going for the pin here. But Daniel Bryan getting up. Jericho has something in mind. And now Jericho looking for his signature move here. The triple power bombs. And Jericho might just hit all three of them here. That's two, ladies and gentlemen. And a third powerbomb by Jericho. And that could be all. And Daniel Bryan getting the shoulder up. I don't know how Daniel did it. Those three powerbombs were nasty. And look at this, going for the walls. And Daniel Bryan countering it. Daniel Bryan with the yes lock. Daniel Bryan with the yes lock out of nowhere. Will Chris Jericho tap out? He hit that yes lock absolutely out of nowhere. Chris Jericho's going to have to tap out here. He's got it in tight. Oh, but Jericho not letting up there. And now Jericho slamming Bryan down. And now working on the leg of Daniel Bryan. Looking for a single leg Boston Crab here. Will Daniel Bryan give up? Will Daniel Bryan give? But Daniel Bryan getting out of it there. Daniel Bryan with that never say quit attitude. Daniel Bryan won't give up. Daniel Bryan's a fighter. Now what's Daniel Bryan going for? Irish whip into the corner. And Daniel Bryan going for a drop kick. Jericho countered it. This is a great match so far. Look at this roll-up pin. Rope break. Jericho gets in the ropes. Nice veteran move there. Daniel Bryan with the yes lock again out of nowhere. Jericho's going to have to tap. Jericho's going to have to tap now. He's got that yes lock in good. Jericho's not even close to the ropes. Jericho is going to have to tap out. And Jericho getting out of it again. I don't know how Chris Jericho's doing this. Daniel Bryan hit another yes lock out of nowhere. And just like that, Jericho's back in control. Look at Jericho. Springboard drop kick. Amazing move by Jericho. Look at Daniel Bryan kicking up. And Jericho's had enough. Jericho just wondered, why will Daniel Bryan not stay down? And look at Daniel Bryan go for another roll-up. 1, 2, 3. And Daniel Bryan gets the roll-up pin on Jericho. Daniel Bryan with the roll-up pin on Jericho. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Bryan roll-up pin Jericho. And you gotta wonder, Daniel, that was a great match. Look at Jericho. That son of a bitch. Complete and utter disrespect. But I can understand that. Daniel Bryan hit the roll-up pin on Jericho. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the dirtiest move I've ever seen. He hit Daniel Bryan right where it counts, ladies and gentlemen. After a great match these two just put on, it's a damn shame that it had to end like that. Chris Jericho is a sore loser. But ladies and gentlemen, up next is our main event of the evening. We have the EWA champion Brock Lesnar going up against Kane. And ladies and gentlemen, what an epic main event is going to be, and it's coming up next.